Welcome to Quantumly Kinky with Veda, where we talk about sex, Chinese medicine, and character development for the multidimensional you.
Episode 27, Cosmic Climax. Aligning with the Galactic New Year and the erotic power of right timing. Welcome back to Quantumly Kinky. I am your host, Dr. Veda, and you are tuning in to your bite-sized weekly sexy sermon. And this week, we're slipping out of time. Literally. For the last 10 years of my life, the day out of time has been one of my most sacred portals. A cosmic pause, a holy breath between calendars, and the one day each year where I let myself fully slip between the seams of structure and into the timeless current beneath the clock. No appointments, no pressure, no productivity, just presence. A remembrance that linear time is a spell, and this day, the day out of time, is the crack in it. The place I go to recalibrate my turn on, to reattune to the frequency of our galaxy sun, Sirius, and to feel myself as more than just a to-do list with some skin. So in this episode, I want to share what makes this day so powerful, how the Gregorian calendar pulled us out of cosmic sync, and why reclaiming this rhythm might just be the most radical and erotic thing that you do all year. July 25th is known as the day out of time in the 13-moon calendar system practiced by the Mayans and Aztecs. And it's a calendrical rhythm that is aligned with the cycles of the moon and the star Sirius. It's the pause. It's the breath between heartbeats. It's a portal between endings and beginnings. And July 26th, that's the Galactic New Year. A time of recalibration, renewal, and remembering who the fuck we are before the programming, and who we might become when we finally stop living by someone else's clock. But first, let's go into a little time truth, and let's rewind for a minute and talk about calendars. Because babe, time is not what you think it is. Most of us are living by the Gregorian calendar, a system introduced in 1582 by Pope Gregory XIII as a fix to the Julian calendar. Because that's what time was to them, something to be fixed. And it wasn't just a cosmic correction, but it was a control mechanism dressed in robes and ritual. Ultimately, the Catholic Church was a little pissed off that Easter kept showing up on the quote, wrong day. And not because they were spiritually misaligned, but because their liturgical flex was losing sync with the sun. So Pope Gregory pulled out his holy measuring stick and said, "Let there be leap years." And voila, the Gregorian calendar was born. It's a calendar system that does not follow the natural lunar or solar rhythms. It doesn't honor the body. And it certainly doesn't tune to Sirius, the moon, or Earth's real pulse. It's literally 12 months of arbitrary math and manufactured order imposed to keep civilization running like clockwork. So we were handed a calendar by colonizers in Kazakhs who believed they were the gatekeepers of time, also sex and salvation. And we've been living under that spell ever since. Let that sink in. We have been syncing our lives to a calendar designed by some Catholic priests who were suspicious of pleasure, terrified of human, especially feminine power, and deeply committed to flattening mystery. No wonder we're exhausted. No wonder that time feels like a grind instead of a groove. And no wonder our orgasms have a hard time showing up when our schedule is synced to patriarchy instead of the planets. The 13 moon calendar, on the other hand, also known as the dream spell calendar, mirrors perfectly the 13 lunar cycles we have each solar cycle, and it honors July 25th as the day out of time, a moment to step out of linearity and into frequency. And when we do, we get back into sync with the erotic architecture of the natural universe. And that's fucking hot. Let's take a deep breath together. Before clocks ruled us and inboxes defined our worth, time wasn't something that we managed. It was something that we made love to. Because in nearly every ancient culture, calendars weren't just for scheduling the next harvest or predicting eclipses. They were blueprints for aligning with pleasure, fertility, and flow. The Mayan Tzolk'in calendar, well, that one's based on a 260-day cycle that mirrored the human gestation period. Time as birth rhythm, not boardroom strategy. The Egyptians, they tracked time through the heliacal rising of Sirius, a star that they associated with Isis, the goddess of magic, sensuality, and rebirth. When Sirius rose, so did the Nile, and with it, the fertile power of the land. Eros and agriculture intimately linked. Then the Hebrew calendar, that follows the moon. So does the Islamic calendar. And for the Chinese, every season and every organ system has a sacred place in the body's yearly cycle, the sex organs included. Spring isn't just about flowers blooming, it's about you blooming. So you can see that in all of these ancient systems, time was something you felt in your body. Your libido wasn't separate from the sky. Your hormones danced with the moon. Your sacred rituals, they were timed with solstices and not spreadsheets. But somewhere along the way, we traded sensual rhythm for for sterile efficiency. And now we wonder why we often feel disconnected, depleted, and turned off. So, what do we do with all of this? We unplug from the false grid, even just for a day, and we re-sync with the rhythm that's always been pulsing underneath all the noise. The day out of time on July 25th is your cosmic permission slip to opt out of capitalism's schedule and opt in to sensation. It's a sacred pause, your liminal portal between one frequency and the next. It's like the orgasmic moment between climax and afterglow, pure, suspended presence. And in that pause, you can reprogram everything. And the next day, July 26th, that marks the Galactic New Year, a moment to tune your body to the rising of Sirius and step into a new cycle on your own terms. A new erotic rhythm, a new relationship with time, with your desires, with your divinity. So here's your invitation this week, and it's not complicated, it's intimate. On July 25th, the day out of time, I want you to cancel something. Turn off your phone, or at least silence it. Run a bath with sea salt, rose petals, or anything that makes you feel sensual. Touch yourself with reverence, and not for orgasm, but for remembrance. Whisper to your body, what frequency do you want me to live in now? Listen. Breathe. Don't rush. Just feel. This is not a day for productivity. This is a day for programming your pleasure field. And on the following day, July 26th, the Galactic New Year, I want you to light a candle. Write this down. This is the erotic rhythm I'm ready to live in. And set 3 intentions, not goals, but frequencies. So for example, deep sensual presence, unrushed creative turn on, wild devotional embodiment. And choose one word to carry you through this new galactic year, a word that turns you on. The world has us all running on a timeline that was never made for our magic. The church gave us a calendar, but the cosmos gave us a current. And our bodies are the bridge. So take the day out of time to return to your erotic nature and step into the Galactic New Year with pleasure as your clock and desire as your compass. sovereignty is the new schedule. Because, babe, time isn't money. Time is turn on. Time is art. And you're right on time.
Thanks for listening to today's episode of Quantumly Kinky with Veda. Stay turned on. Till next time.